Okay, let's just dive right into it. We're going to tackle one of the most frustrating tech problems there is: how to take that old, slow laptop you've got collecting dust and make it feel brand new again, without spending any money.
I mean, does it sound familiar? You hit the power button, you go make a coffee, you come back, and it's still thinking about it. Yeah, that feeling, that's exactly what we're going to fix today.
And here's the best part. The entire plan we're about to walk through is built on stuff that's totally free. This is all about getting you the biggest performance boost for $0. Now, before we get into any of the fancy tools, we have to start with the absolute basics. You can't build something new on a messy foundation. We've got to clean up the digital garage first.
And before we delete a single thing, this is the golden rule. Seriously, this is the one step you cannot skip. Back up your important files. It is your safety net. Please don't forget this.
So how do you do it? It's actually super easy. You can just drag your important folders onto an external hard drive, or you could upload them to a cloud service like Google Drive. There's even free software like SyncBack that'll do it for you. Just pick one and get it done.
All right, files are safe. Good. Time for the fun part, the purge. Head right for those 3 folders: downloads, desktop, and documents. And be ruthless. Old setup files, get rid of them. That random PDF from 3 years ago, gone. Then jump into your installed apps. Here's the pro tip: sort them by size. You will be shocked at the massive programs taking up space that you've never even opened. Uninstall them.
So, now that we've done the basic sweep, it's time to bring in the specialists. These are the free power tools that go way deeper than we ever could by hand. Let me introduce you to your new best friend, BleachBit. Think of it as a digital janitor. It's amazing at sweeping out all the junk your system collects over time. Temporary internet files, old cache, all the gunk. Running this can seriously free up gigabytes of space in just a few minutes.
Okay, let's talk about why your laptop takes forever to start. If it takes ages just to get to a usable desktop after you log in, this is almost always the culprit. You've just got way too many programs trying to launch all at once.
Now, to fix this, we're going to skip the basic task manager and use the pro-level tool. It's called AutoRuns, and it's actually made by Microsoft. See, Task Manager shows you what comes in the front door. AutoRuns shows you everything. Every secret back door and hidden window programs used to load up. Go through that list and just uncheck the things you don't need right away. Trust me, this is a total game changer for your boot speed.
So, our next strategy is all about working smarter. Your old hardware, it just can't handle the massive, bloated software of today. So the fix is pretty simple. We swap out the heavyweights for some lightweight alternatives. And we've got to start with the biggest offender of them all, your web browser. Look, we all love Google Chrome, but it's famous for being a memory hog. On an old laptop, that's a death sentence. Just switching to something leaner, like Firefox or even the new Microsoft Edge, can make your whole web experience feel way, way faster.
And this idea works for other apps too. Instead of that huge Microsoft Office suite, a free alternative like LibreOffice does 99% of what most of us need, and it's so much lighter. And please, if you have McAfee or Norton, just uninstall them. The Windows Defender that's already built into your system is lightweight, it's effective, and it's free.
Okay, so you've cleaned, you've tweaked, you've swapped your apps, but the laptop is still chugging along. Well, it's time to bring out the big guns. These are what we call the nuclear options.
You basically have 2 paths you can go down here. First, a fresh Windows install. This just wipes the slate totally clean. It gets rid of years of digital grime. The second path, and just hear me out, is to replace Windows completely with a lightweight version of Linux. For basic stuff like browsing the web, email, and writing, an OS like Linux Mint can make a 10-year-old machine feel shockingly fast.
Now, up until this point, everything has been totally free. But if you've done all that and you're willing to spend just a little bit of money, there is one single hardware upgrade that gives you the biggest bang for your buck, period.
So after all of that, what's the single biggest, most mind-blowing upgrade you can possibly make to an old laptop?
Without a doubt, the #1 answer
is a solid-state drive, an SSD.
Swapping out that old spinning mechanical hard drive for a modern SSD it's just transformative. I'm not talking about a small improvement here. It is night and day. Boot times go from minutes to like under 20 seconds. Programs snap open instantly. The whole system just feels new. You can check a site like Crucial to see which one works with your laptop.
And hey, one last super simple tip for you.
Keep it cool. Dust gets clogged in the vents over time, and that makes the processor overheat. And when it overheats, it slows itself down on purpose. A quick spray of compressed air can honestly make a huge difference.
So, at the end of the day, it's really all about perspective. Look, are these steps going to turn your old laptop into a machine that can edit 4K video? Of course not. But can they turn it into a fantastic, super useful machine for browsing the web, doing email, writing papers, and watching movies? Absolutely.
So there you have it. That's the full roadmap, from a simple cleanup all the way to a new OS. So I've got to ask, for those of you who've tried this stuff before, which step was the one that made you go, wow, and really made the biggest difference?